Hello, let's show how do I mark for ACT102 assignment. So this video is basically created if someone else is marking for assignment of ACT102 in the following semester at CDU. Let's look at how we design the assignment and then we go step by step. Let's go to the course and then click on if edit mode is off, click on here. This is semester 1. This is supposed to be my course ACT102. Let's go. Okay. Content connection. The whole process is running. Let's go. Okay, here is our full grade center. And here is the assignment for all the students who submitted the assignment. This is the draft submission. And I think we might have some late submission as well. So late submission is here. Okay, so when we are marking, we have to look at both final submission here and also the late submission here. Whenever we are marking, we first set it height from the students. Okay, and also I'm marking there this late submission should maybe hide from the students. It's already a week. Okay, so let's go with this. So I have just for my class Sydney, clicking on the Sydney here. So usually it brings only the students that belongs to the Sydney campus, Sydney group. So we need to be a bit careful if you're marking from other campus or if you're just marking my own campus. We select only Sydney campus from here on the drop down menu. Let's do the first one, see how it goes. Okay, go with the attempt. Okay. So here before we start marking, we need to see view 6 of 68 gradable items. That means even though I started marking with Sydney campus, I believe that is going to the, if I click to the next student, probably does not belong to Sydney campus, maybe other students from other campus, CDU Melbourne. Okay, CDU Melbourne. So if whenever we are marking, we need to be a bit careful. I guess if I were you, I'll go back again and then start again, see if it is coming. Attempt. By looking the numbers, I should be able to see. So here you go. I think this time it's okay. Being one of 12 gradable items means based on the Sydney numbers, 12 students submitted assignment online. So it's coming. So if I mark this one and if I click next this one or attempt submit next one, then it should show me the next students from Sydney campus. You see all are coming from Sydney campus. Go to the next one. Yeah, is all Sydney campus. So this is what before you mark, we need to be a bit careful because sometimes I made a mistake. I just mark and then after a few minutes or after marking few, I realized that I mark other campus students paper as well. Okay, let's take this one as an example. How do we mark? So we click here in this small arrow and then we see there's the ACT102 rubric used for grading. Okay, it brings the rubric for this what I've created, and finally I need to see as well there's a assignment student submitted 102 Sydney Excel file, that's part A. So if I want to click on part B, so I need to click on part B as well. So and part B's answers are probably here, so you go on this. Okay, part B is here. Part A, sometimes it doesn't appear here, it takes time to come. In that case, we can simply download the assignment and then we can put the mark in rubric here. Okay. So let's see how the students did. So because this is an Excel file, so it should come one by one. Page 1, that's my questions that we already created. Page 3 or 2 should give you the adjusting entry, and then all the ledger account, and then in the ledger account I believe that should be more ledger account, so sometimes we need to look at this side as well. Don't know what the students did. 1 2 3 4 5, and then we look at the 10 column worksheet that you created and see whether the students have the right balance or not. And then we move to the income statement. Okay, we move to the income statement, the next page, and owner's equity. Okay, and then balance sheet, and then finally closing entry. Okay, so there's no closing entry. Okay, once you mark part A, then you go to the part B, that is my part B. Okay, so start with the first. See how it goes. Students started from here, so I have already provided the solution guideline for this. The solution guideline is right now here, so let's go to the adjusting entry here. So you have basically 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 adjusting entries supposed to be here, and also the number, the dollar amount is also given here. Let's see how the students did. The first one is, so number is allocated basically 10 marks for this, 10% of the whole assignment. So you can go office expense, office supplies expense debit, office supplies credit, 894, rent expense, depreciation, note payable, or this note payable expense. So this is somehow wrong. It should be interest expense. So in that case, if I want to use the marker, I can actually mark as well. So it's supposed to be income, interest expense debit, note payable or interest payable. Not note payable, it should be interest payable credit. The wrong answer. Salary expense debit, unearned service revenue debit, service revenue credit, accounts receivable debit, service revenue credit, and then income tax expense debit, cash credit. No, because cash cannot be credit in adjusting entry. So this is the wrong answer. So for 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, basically we have 9 8 journal entry. 8 journal entry, mark is allocated 10. So because students made a mistake here, one complete mistake, and so we can go out of 10, probably can give them 8 something. So it doesn't have to be exactly calculation like 8.1 8.2 like this, but I'm expecting it must be somewhere 8 or 8.2. So I'm going with 8, probably 8.2. Okay, I'm deducting mark around, maybe you can go a bit here, because this is very silly mistake. If all correct, then we can go for 10 marks. Let's go to the next one. Ledger account. Okay, it's not, we don't really have to go through all the ledger account what the students have done. I will be just looking the number of ledger account that students did. Okay, so I'm expecting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right, 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16, so around 20 ledger account are expected to produce, and 10 marks is allocated for this. So students actually did only 1 2 3, probably 4 or 5, and I don't see any other things that they did, basically. So just be a bit lenient, somewhere in the half out of 10 it might go around 5. No, not so much. Students didn't do the ledger account. One of the purpose of assignment is to give them an understanding of T account. How do the T accounts work, even though it is very simple. Now let's go to the adjusted trial balance and adjustment, adjusted trial balance, income statement and balance sheet. If I see my guideline for solution, so it shows me 10 column worksheet. Okay, the first balance is supposed to be 106167. Students got correct. And then adjustment, I didn't do the adjustment anyway, and then adjusted trial balance should give us the result of 111412. So 111, this is wrong, and this is also wrong. Somewhere the students made a mistake. 33630, 1750, 8200, 894. 894 is given 720, 600 and 2780. I think the calculation is probably wrong, otherwise the figures looks good. So anyway, that is not, somewhere the mistake is there, but it's funny things, he got the right net profit. Anyway, we go with this 336. That is using all this value, then why not matching. Then finally the balance sheet should be 60058 is from the student, but it should be 62838. 62838. So both are mistake. Here is mistake, but a good attempt. They have tried all the things, so it's fairly okay. Out of 10 column worksheet is 10%, so I'm happy to give 8 marks with this. Again, there's no a very serious calculation with this. There's some mistakes, probably 9 should be fine. I think 8.9. I think 9 is okay, just one slight mistake, so that's fine. How about the income statement? Students did very good. Income statement of owner's equity is wrong because he didn't add the capital, and also just drawing, there is no drawings basically needed to add the capitals. There was a dividend, so he did not disclose the dividend or anything, so 5 marks for this, might get only 2. And then balance sheet, there is a mistake as well. In the balance sheet the figures does not match with whatever we did. If I go to the balance sheet, it's supposed to be 44,518. So here's the mistake, might be out of 5, again maybe 3, something like this. Balance sheet income statement is okay, so basically here 2, 3, 5 and maybe 5 here, 5. So 10 out of 15, and we can go 10. You can see is here 10.5. I don't mind 10.5. Okay, there you go. Then students balance sheet is done. Then closing entry didn't do anything, so closing entry is going to be 0. Going to be 0. So this is my first part is done. Second part is a bit crucial and it requires a bit of subjective judgment as well. So we go and see the second part of the assignment. Okay. The first question for the second assignment was about the company's introduction. Let's see how is the company's introduction is given. Tegel group and this, located this January and this. So basically we'll try to read this one and then mark based on. So I'm shortening the video. If you see this amount of information, the also written this is quite good. The independent auditor for the overseas Tegel was PricewaterhouseCoopers, page number 11. So they give the reference as well. The financial statements are prepared with company's revenue, meaning both gross profit and net profit. Things that are included in the income statement, balance sheet statement, retained earnings. Actually, no. This chapter or this question should highlight the basis of operation. That means the rules that they follow, whether it is IFRS or AASB. These kind of things that we are covering in this question. So this question is not good. Revenue is this amount, revenue 562, very good. Gross income, income before tax, and net income after tax as well given, very good, all good. From the total asset, current asset, non-current asset, total liabilities, current liabilities and non-current liabilities. All figures are from Tegel Annual Report 2016. Since the company has livestock as well, they have a section that is not common with most companies, biological asset. So that's very good. Students try to identify something new. With the biological aspect, they've tried to find the net realizable value. This is okay. Does not depreciate land or property. However, strict land method is included. Depreciation is given. Okay, try to understand intangible asset, goodwill, customer relation, computer software. Very good. Different aspects has this. Awesome. It's quite good. Current ratio, debt ratio, inventory ratio. And try to find out the ratio for both. Okay. I think quite good report, except the question number 3. Okay. Except the question number 3. So we can go with the question number 1 and 2, probably excellent. Question number 3 and 4, probably very good. 5, 6, excellent, excellent, and I think this is excellent. So he got 78.25, and we can leave with this as well. Save rubric, and then we submit. For the part B, we try to be a bit lenient, but we just try to see if the students have really attempted to get the answers or not. Okay. So now the students, okay, sometimes they submit both. So that's the end of this video. Thank you, and